Vancouver is in a housing crisis, and people experiencing homelessness continue to be the hardest hit. More than 2,100 people in the city do not have a place to call home.
Because out here, as soon as you fall asleep, that's when they take everything off you. You'd stay up as long as you could until you couldn't stay up anymore, and then you'd wake up with nothing.
The City of Vancouver, BC Housing, the Vancouver Affordable Housing Agency, and Vancouver Coastal Health are partnering to deliver this safe, warm housing as quickly as possible for people experiencing homelessness, while more permanent housing is being developed.
We've been looking for ways to take that action quickly, bring people inside, connect them with the services, provide them with food, enable them to move forward and fulfill the potential of their lives.
BC manufacturer Horizon North was contracted to build a temporary modular housing in Vancouver. In collaboration with the city, these homes can be built in just 3 months.
Then literally they unloaded each of these modular units and stacked them together. If you can think of assembling a Lego blocks to make a building, that was what it looked like here. From when the contractors first started work on the site until we were able to open the site, it was just a little over 3 months, which is phenomenal.
Using temporary modular housing as a way for us to meet that urgent need much more quickly enables us to get the housing built very quickly, enables the nonprofits to start working with people who need services like health opportunities, like employment preparation, and like life skills.
In 2010, Cliff injured his head. He was in surgery for almost 19 hours and had trouble getting back on his feet. Without an income, Cliff lost his home and ended up living on the streets for 7 months.
It's hard to go to work when you're homeless, because you don't know where you're going to be the next day, right? Well, there's anything to get off the street, you know what I mean? It's no fun having no home and having to carry everything that you own on your back, you know what I mean? It was tough.
That situation that took someone to homelessness could also take any of us. I think many of us are just a couple of paychecks, or one mental health crisis, or one workplace injury away from homelessness. One of the first things I hear people sometimes say is, you're going to bring these people into our neighborhood. You're going to bring these homeless people into our neighborhood. What I think they fail to understand is we're not bringing anyone in. These are their neighbors. These are people who already are living in their neighborhood. They're here already. They're your neighbors. And they're as deserving of a home as you are.
Cliff put his name down for supportive housing 2 years ago. He lived in a shelter before moving into his new home recently in temporary modular housing.
Everything I needed was in there when I moved in. Bedding, even food, cutlery, everything else was already all supplied.
So essentially these are move-in ready units for anybody looking for affordable housing or as a solution to homelessness, fully finished with an operational window, warm water, have a hot shower, cook a hot meal, all without having to leave their suite.
And I actually make it right through the whole month with the amount of money I have. The staff here are awesome. They help out quite a bit, like for work and stuff like that too. And like stuff like resumes and stuff like that. There's so many places that you can get help down here.
BC Housing selects experienced non-profit operators to manage the buildings and provide on-site support services to the residents. The operators include Community Builders, Coast Mental Health, NPA Society, Luma Native Housing Society, Atira Women's Resource Society, and PHS Community Services Society.
I like to say that the folks at PHS really bring their hearts to work. So there's 2 mental health care workers, 5 days a week during the day. There's an on-site manager. There's home support, and home support is a myriad of things, helping folks out who maybe for various reasons can't, for instance, do their own laundry. Some other basic needs that folks need some support in, home support workers would do that. And that's not, people would think, oh, that's sort of a very task-based thing. Gonna come in, grab your laundry, gonna go wash it. But it's also about that connecting and having a conversation with you,
Well, I'm starting to look for work now. I work a couple days a week at the shelter just to pay back. It's not because of the money, it's not an hourly wage or just like on a volunteer basis. just sort of like payback for when I was staying there.
I feel really good building these units. I know that they're going to people that need a leg up, they need a little bit of help, and if this makes the difference for them to go that extra step in the morning or put a smile on their face when they wake up with a good solid roof over their head, I'm happy to do it.
Since September 2017, the city and the province have approved 606 temporary modular homes for people previously experiencing homelessness.
I believe in the importance of a compassionate society, one where we look out for each other. The end goal there is happier, healthier individuals, which lead to happier, healthier communities.
So we want to work towards a healthier city, a fairer city, and one that's inclusive for everybody. And ultimately, people are at the heart of everything we do.